Hello everybody, Flik here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we're not taking a look at a game called Codex Worlds. That's actually the name of the company that made this game. This is the demo for Infinium Strike, as you can now see. I didn't actually click a button there, so that went by itself. I'll let it sit while I just quickly go over something. Well, I guess to cover what type of game it is, first of all, it's a tower defense game with a twist. It's made in Unity by Codex Worlds, as I said. However, one of the people who worked with Codex Worlds on the game is Grinning Owl, who you may know from doing some of the art for some of my thumbnails for Monster Hunter and Bloodborne. He also appeared in some Monster Hunter videos and appeared in Duck Game with me. Consider him a friend. He worked on this, doing some 2D work, some work on the UI, some work on marketing as well. So therefore, just up front saying, I can't really be impartial about this. I was asked to look at the game by him. That's why I'm doing it. So this is not going to be impartial, reviewing, cold-hearted, etc. I'm just showing off a game that he has worked on. Whether or not you're interested is down to you. This demo that I'm about to play through, it's not very long. I've played through it once already. I'll do the entirety of it in this video, but you can also try it for yourself and find out more information in various links in the description box below. With that sufficiently out the way, let's actually get started. It's tower defense with a twist, as I said. We don't really need to sit and read this, I'll just go over it as we play. You might be able to hear some of the narration in the background as well. Actually, I'll test the volume of that, so let's just kind of press straight into the game here.
Welcome to the Infinium Strike demo.
It's a little quiet.
Freedom Strike's turrets, ships, and tech weapons to kill the attacking ships.
I'm going to talk over him, just so I can kind of succinctly say what's being explained here. But yeah, we are playing as this ship. It is stationary, and it has, I guess, armed bulkheads. So we've got one here, one there, one there, and one there. And waves of enemies will come from various directions, as indicated by the bottom left. And you've got to try and build up adequate defense for what's attacking each side of your ship. Your ship's got armor and hull. Sorry, shield and hull. And for the entirety of the demo, you're just fighting off harder and harder waves to teach you the basics. So it starts very simple and it's going to look very basic, but by the end there's going to be a big huge space battle. Also, I hate when I accidentally say big huge. Alright, what does he want me to do? He wants me to go to Q1. So this is my ship indicator up here. It's just teaching me how to do this. So this is the facing of quadrant 1 of the ship. These are the points at which I can build certain types of turrets. Oh, so here comes some enemies. So I have to build, I wonder if I can skip it by doing what he's about to tell me to do. I'll build a pulse straight away. So pulse ones are fast firing that hit basic targets with not much armor, but then you start getting these huge flagships that you've got to do a bit more work to actually get. I've already done that. I already did it. You are firing, aren't you? Yeah, you are. So this game was successfully greenlit. It's already coming to Steam. There's a rough estimate of a release date towards the end of the year, I think, and a rough price estimate of $14.99 in dollars.
Turrets to target the right type of ship. In this case, the pulse laser turret will shoot down the stingers in sector 1.
Yeah, as it's saying, small fast-firing turret is really good against small ships. Portal color also indicates the types of ships that are going to come from it as well. And color of target down here in the what they call the warning system.
Turrets next to each other gives both turrets a bonus. Build a second pulse laser turret next to the first.
There, so now both those turrets are getting a 20% bonus because they are two of the same type next to one another. And then I think it's going to teach us that we can upgrade them. Now what I will say is, for the purposes of this demo, the space background is actually fairly dull. Maybe realistic, but also dull. And I looked at some of the screenshots that I got shown, and there is definitely more colourful space backgrounds, akin to something like, say, Eve or Elite Dangerous, you know, that kind of thing. So if you're looking to upgrade your demo or update your demo with some feedback, I would say make the space background look like some of the screenshots that you provided. I think it looks nicer. So yeah, bigger. Okay. Heavy pulse, we'll put that there, and that's going to take on the ones that are coming out the orange type portal. You do also have ship-wide abilities. I can't remember if it's actually shown that yet. And they have recast timers. So for example, I can use super armor. I just have. There was no point to me using that right there, but I'm just kind of showing off. And we can also activate super salvage, so we get more salvage to build stuff. Well, credits Infinium, and there's how many kills I've had. So we should start getting targeted from another portal soon. Yes, down here. Well, there's still small ones appearing apparently. And you can also upgrade your actual base, which I'm going to do before he asks again, just to see if it messes anything up.
Clicking the center button of the
I'm just being a
quadrant
disturber at this
brings up
point.
a tactical map.
Alright, so if I
Every
press on
enemy
the ship
battle
rather than a
will show up
quadrant,
on this
this is the
radar
map he's talking about.
Click the button again to exit.
So that is a stinger, right? Or one of the medium-sized ones. Either way, it's dead. And then press it again to go back to the facing I was on, or I can change facings as I like.
Each quadrant
Or I can
has
then
3
just spin the
sectors.
camera if I want
Choose
with
the
right
best
click.
turret to defend each sector based on which ROG ship is currently coming through the portal.
This is me just using WSD at this point, by the way. But if I want to quickly go to a quadrant, just press the button. So once a bigger fleet turns up, I'll go take a better look. As we can see, we're about to get attacked in Quadrant 1 by some basic enemies, and then also Quadrant 2 is about to be attacked. So we'll put a pulse laser on that side. And there's an orange blip, so that's a tougher thing. I can't remember what type it is. Is that the big flagship type? We'll see in a minute when it gets here. Oh, and there's one coming for Section 2 as well. Alright, I'll wait. The portals will open up very soon.
Located in the pause menu labeled X in the upper right hand corner. Click the pause menu at any time.
I don't need no pause menu.
For repairs, click
Here we are.
TSF Super Tech and then Super Armor.
Ah, yes, this is
to
the
instantly repair Freedom Strike.
The abilities he was talking about. Thankfully I don't need them right now. So that's just a small portal, but then we have a small portal opening in Sector 2. Any second now over here.
A small ROG portal is appearing in Quadrant 2. Stingers are headed to Sector 1.
ROG portal opening in Quadrant 2.
On the Quadrant selector to
There
move
it
the
is there.
camera to Quadrant 2.
Well, we have 2 small turrets here as well. They're very cheap actually, so sure, why not. Rather than upgrade them, I'll just have 2 for the 20% bonus.
Launch 3 TSF Star Ace
Here we are.
fighters to attack the invading force.
So rather than build a turret, I'm being told to build the counter ship. So there's 3 ships launched. Let's go have a little look at their fight. And they're taking on the armoured ones so that my stationary turrets can take on the small ones.
Upgrade Freedom Strike to open up more weapons and increase the ship defenses.
Already have. Ner. It's almost as if I've played this before. It's another medium-sized portal. Nothing to worry about though. Now, I didn't actually watch last time I was playing this through. Do the ships stay until the point they're destroyed, or do they run out?
A large ROG portal.
Oh, there's the big
Quadrant
nasty.
2. ROG battleships called Domineers orbit from Sector 3 and bombard Freedom Strike from a distance.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of health. So, I need to build a super pulse. And it can only go in the front facing, right? It can only go in these 3, it can't actually go in these. So let's bung it there.
Build a super pulse turret to shoot this massive
And effective
ship.
range is long. So now it's going to start, yeah, taking pot shots at this giant thing over here. And it's going to take it out pretty easily, actually. And Quadrant 1 is still going okay. And I believe now it's getting through the final
Build a
tutorial
turret
messages and we
to
start
shoot
getting attacked from all
projectiles
sides.
launched by the Domineer.
Oh yeah, missile turrets take out their projectiles, yeah. So we probably want 1 missile turret, like... Oh, it can't go in those 3 either. Alright, we'll put it like there. And we'll put one on Section 1 as well, just in case. Although now there's no
Remember
heavy
to
turret
check
here.
the TSF Super Tech to use these special weapons. They power up every 90
Super salvage activated.
90 seconds is quite quick, actually, for how good some of those sound. Oh, there goes the big one. You look weird. I guess those ships got destroyed by the big one because they're gone now, right?
The amount of Infinium salvaged from ROG ships.
It does indeed. So we've got another little portal opening in Sector 1. This must be the last tutorial message now, I think. Here it comes.
Warning. A large amount of ROG ships are headed...
Alright, here comes the proper stuff. And then after we fight off kind of like the proper waves, that'll be it. That's all there is currently of the demo. It is a work in progress, keep in mind, so don't take anything that you're seeing for granted. It is possibly subject to change, possibly not. You shall need to wait and see.
Build turrets in the remaining turret banks in Quadrant 3 and Quadrant 4.
Yeah, they're not here yet, but they will be. Alright, so let's build a basic turret in Section 3, a basic turret in Section 4, and a heavy pulse laser in each of them as well.
One of every turret is a solid strategy.
I agree. So I should probably put a super pulse there as well. Actually, do I have enough? Yeah, I've got enough. But I don't have a super pulse in area 1. Is there any banks I can actually fill with it? Ah, alright, there we go. So it's not technically one of every turret because I've got 2 of the basics, but here we go. So we've got medium-sized ships coming in quadrant 1 and 2, and then eventually super big in quadrant 2. Oh, and quadrant 1, and then quadrant 4. We're ready. I'll use my super salvage when they're here. Could upgrade the base again. Actually, no, I can't. That's very expensive. But I could also launch some ships too. So upgrade that. Can I upgrade it? Oh, I upgraded the cap so you can build more ships. Yeah, those Star Avengers I like a lot. So they're good against like the super big ships. So when the red dots get here, I might launch a few of them. Oh, they do have lifespan, so that is it. They just degrade eventually. Alright, so here comes all the portals. Quadrant 1 and Quadrant 2 being attacked. 3 is... Sorry, if you hear me sounding different, it's because I'm leaning to look over my speaker so I can see the warning system.
Finish this battle. The portal warning system indicates portals opening up in all quadrants.
Oh, there's a big nasty. Right, so if we go to Quadrant 2... I mean, we've already got a big gun there, it's going to do most of the work anyway, but I want to launch one of these ships just because I like how they look. So, there it is there. They're massive.
Rock portal opening in quadrant 3.
Yeah, I'm not going to need to upgrade the turrets. Have you seen my ship? Look at that. Very sleek design. Oh, wait, right, so Quadrant 3 is being attacked. How are you... Oh, wait, no, that's... Quadrant 4. Yeah, you're doing okay.
Infinium is the resource used to build turrets and upgrade Freedom Strike.
Oh, big one coming here, so pulse. There we are. Launch one of them. This area is totally safe. Quadrant 2 is doing okay. Quadrant 1. Have I got anything here that can hurt that big ship? Yes, I do. Launch a big ship anyway.
Freedom Strike increases shields, armor, and weapons.
So I should have big ships going in 2 directions now. One going here and then one's going to come out here somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is. It kind of just... Oh wait, did it come out below it or did it just kind of phase out of the ship? Oh, back quadrant. No, wait, Quadrant 3 is the rear.
Keep an eye on the ship shields.
Yeah, it's fine.
Armor and upgrading Freedom Strike means
Super shield salvage activated.
There, just did all the abilities. Come at me, bro. We should be fine.
Deep Space Arcade
do
mode
this.
challenges players and their friends to get the highest score.
That's a bunch of medium ships at Quadrant 2. Let's launch a bunch of medium-sized ships. Oh, they just died. Well, I'm sure there'll be more.
Infinium Strike features 4 levels of difficulty, ranging from casual to expert.
Yeah, the tutorial has now reached the point at which it is just giving a, you know, a sales pitch for the full game. So he's doing my job for me, thankfully. Another big ship coming through. No, that's one of my ships just guarding it.
Demo, including using the TSF fleet to send out ships, or using TSF super tech to acquire lots of Infinium and upgrade your weapons quickly.
Let's upgrade you. How much do you cost? Not very much at all.
Thanks for playing the
Oh, I
Infinium
won.
Strike demo.
The last ship died there.
Steam release fall.
Oh, not quite, not quite. Very soon though. Yeah, so they're aiming for fall this year. That was the last big ship though, right? No, that one's still going. So that's Quadrant 3 because it's the back of the ship. Take this! Oh, I don't have enough. There we go. I want to see where it comes out of. I kind of floated out of the ship. That one's clear, clear, clear. Just that ship to go. Is there nothing here that can reach it? Medium sized. Get it. You're the last. And done. Victory! So we're going to go to a quick game. It doesn't actually quit the game. You're going to get a little bit of blurb that I'll let go on. But this has been a Let's Look At of Infinium Strike by Codex Worlds. I got asked to take a look at this by someone I know, so that's why I've not really been saying whether or not you should check this out. It's up to you. I've given a rough estimate of the price, and if you want more information, there'll probably be a link to the website or Steam store in the description box below.
Support our Kickstarter and join our community to qualify for our first DLC, the free Bubba missions.
So there you have it, and as he said, if you pre-order you get access to some free DLC. And it looks like it gets pretty hectic if that's any indication down there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, or if you want to show your support to me and or the developers. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.